What's going on, everyone? It's Mike back again, and this is your match preview. It's a Merseyside derby. It's Liverpool against Everton. Yeah, I mean, like, I start most videos and I don't really know what to say, but this one's, like, genuine. I don't know what to expect. It's one of those games where I can already see it's turning fans already. Some fans are saying they can't believe that. Some fans are saying just get it over with. You know, whatever the score, just let it be. Some fans aren't happy with the fact that we might put a lot of effort into this game and get little reward, and then we've got more important games coming up potentially. So I think no matter what, I think nobody wants Everton to get smashed. Obviously, you know, nothing positive will come out of Everton being dominated for 95 minutes. Nothing positive will come out of the fact that, you know, if Everton do get smashed, they're going to go into a Chelsea game at Goodison, and it's going to really affect the confidence. But then on the flip side of it, and I hate to say this, Liverpool, in my opinion, are the best team in Europe right now. And we are the worst team, certainly away from home, in the Premier League. So I'm expecting a kicking. I am expecting a kicking, and I hate to say it. I don't want to say it. I'm not sitting here going, yes, I can't wait for it, but I'm expecting this to be bad, like really bad. I'm expecting the players to bottle it, not put in the performance that you'd expect, not put a performance in befitting of the derby. And the reason for that is I've already seen it once this season. I've already seen Everton lose 4-1 at Goodison this season. So when we're going to Anfield and we're going up against this home record, which, by the way, they haven't lost a game this season. They've won 16 out of their last 19 at home. That doesn't include all competitions, but it does include all competitions. But their Premier League record is 13 wins and 3 draws. You can't argue with the fact they're a good side, as much as it pains each and every one of us to say it. So Everton have to find a way of, when we've got the ball, doing better with it than we do in most games. And that is a massively tall order, because you're asking players that, in my opinion, haven't been able to make standard 5-10 yard passes. You're asking them to keep the ball against a huge counter press, high press, intensity team and not shit the bed. And I just don't see us not shitting the bed. You know, midfield, for example, you got Alan, you got Delph. I'm not criticising either of them, but they were nowhere near Leicester. So what are they going to do against Liverpool? How are they going to put a foot on the ball? How are they going to command midfield? I don't know. You know, you've got the wing play of Gordon and Gray and Richarlison, and if Rondon starts, etc., how are we even going to get the ball into their box? Because I don't really know where we can break down Liverpool, and that pains me to say it, bearing in mind that literally 12 months ago we went there and won 2-0. But we had a different team then. We had a James Rodriguez who could pick out a ball in the middle of the park and slot it through a midfield. We had a Liverpool that lost 6 on the bounce at home. We are in 2 different years, in 2 very different situations. You've got Everton with the very, very real prospect of being relegated, and you've got Liverpool with the very real prospect of winning the quadruple. You know, we are light years apart, and it pains me to say it, but I'd rather just be honest and get it out of the way, because at least I can just get over the fact that we're going into this game and I don't expect us to get anything, but the only way we do, in my opinion, is if we are absolutely rock solid at the back and we utilise the pace that we've got in our side to get in behind. And the pace is Richarlison, it's Damari Gray, it's Anthony Gordon, it's not Rondon. But it does depend on what way Frank will play. Personally, in this game, and I mean this, I would genuinely put 6 defenders on the pitch, 2 holding midfielders, 1 pace merchant to hit on the counter, and another quick lad up front. And I can't tell you the players. I literally would set up like parking the bus in front of the goal. And I don't even apologise for that, because, you know, when I sit there and I think, if I was a manager, I'd set up the best way I think to get a point, get 3 points. And I just think against Liverpool, it's to sit really deep and not let them get in behind. And hope that the quality they've got, i.e. your Alexander Arnolds or your Mo Salahs or your, whoever, don't pop one off from 25 yards and stick it top bin. Because if we sit deep and we stop them getting in behind, you do nullify that threat. The problem is you can't get out. So you deal with that for 95 minutes. And honestly, I don't trust this Everton side not to concede from a corner. So I haven't got an answer to what I want. I haven't got a strategy. I can give you my team. And I think it'll be Pickford, Mikalenko. I think he'll go 5 at the back. I think he'll go Keane, Mina and Godfrey. I think your right back will be Seamus Coleman. I think he'll stick 2 in the middle. I think that'll be Alan and Delph. And then I think he'll probably go with Rondon, Richarlison and maybe Anthony Gordon. Because I just don't see us having anything about us to get a result in this game. And I hate to say it, but I just have no confidence whatsoever. And why should we? Why should we? We are currently sitting rock bottom in the away guides, playing Liverpool at Anfield, a game that I dread anyway in general. So, look, it's a tough one. Score prediction. I don't really want to give you my score prediction, but I think it's going to be about 5-0. But we have to just move on after this. If this is a case of they smash us for 90 minutes, we've just got to move on. And we've got to get a result against Chelsea. We've got to get a result against Brentford, against Palace, against Watford. Because Burnley aren't going to lose. They're not going to lose. They'll beat Wolves or they'll get a point. They play Watford away, they'll get a point. They play Villa, they'll get 3. So in my opinion, Burnley are getting 8 points, including last night's. So Everton have got to find the equivalent from somewhere, plus a bit of goal difference, because the goal difference at the minute is horrendous compared to Burnley, and I suspect it's only going to get worse this weekend. So I wish I had hope, but I've always said that I'd be honest on this channel, and for the first time, I genuinely think we're going to get a pasting. And I don't like to say it, I don't like to admit it, but I hope there's more fight in these players than there is in me right now, because I'm petrified of being relegated for the first time in my life. First time in 75 years. And I don't know how we recover from that. So, well, I'm leaving it there, guys. Keep smiling.